But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't posted. It's mainly because I have been kind of on a downward spiral. I don't know how to explain it. I've been having some family issues. I've just kind of been thinking about my, future, about, everything, about my life. I've just been kind of thinking about the good things, the bad things, and the things that I don't know were good or bad. Remembering friends that I hate, remembering friends that I like, remembering friends I entirely forgot about. You could say that this is kind of like a midlife crisis, except I haven't even gotten that far yet. It's just, I just can't think straight anymore, honestly. Whenever I think about recording, it just goes away as soon as I think about it. Like, snap, just gone as soon as I think about it. I don't get around to doing it, and, well, look at where we are. It's been a week since my last video, and almost 4 days, maybe 5 or 6 days since I last live streamed. I've basically gone dark. The last thing I said on my Discord were, talking about my, the new video, or videos, like the thumbnails. This one and, what if I was in My Hero Academia. So, today's the first day that I've actually tried to do this. I haven't even tried to record. Honestly, it makes me feel horrible because, we hit 1K. I should be way more into this by now, but it's just, I don't know what it is. I've just totally lost it, honestly. I can't tell if I'm depressed or something, but, just kind of trying to go with the flow, honestly. So yeah. That's for an entirely different video. Probably for an update. The last update I did was, for Sooner, when Sooner died. That's for another video. But yeah. Enough about that. Yeah, let's, oh yeah, one last thing. If you guys enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, you guys know it's about to happen. It's been so long since I said these words. United States of Smash the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Oh, that felt good. But yeah, you guys need to have your post notifications on. Because if you don't, you guys will miss when I upload. I mean, you guys might see it later on, but you don't want to see a year-old video, right? I mean, I'm sure there's some of you who watch year-old videos. I mean, I do. But you want to be able to see them as soon as they come out, right? You don't want to be stuck to watching my older videos. I mean, for all you know, in my next video, I'll have a new mic. I mean, crap, my what ifs could be 10 times better the next video. But you wouldn't know because you're stuck watching old videos because you didn't know that I posted a new one. So make sure United States have smashed the bell icon. Like, United States have smashed it all the way to Texas. Texas massacre it. Like, massacre it. Make sure you have that bell rung. Like, ding, ding, ding. Wake up, it's time to ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss out, do you? I hope that convinced you to ring that notification bell. And speaking of it, once you've done that, make sure to go in the comment section and put, I rung the notification bell. So I know that you rung the notification bell. And one lucky winner might get a shout out in the next video. So yeah. I guess it's time to start. But let me get a drink real quick. Because I have bibble-babbled all day long. Man. Water. What if's dream. Or what if's dream. Alright. Let's start. So, we're going to open this book or chapter off with Inko reading a book to her infant son. A book about a hero who saves lives and never once loses a battle. It starts off with the hero being a young peasant. No one respects him, and the rich kids who get to live up in those big castles are always looking down upon him. They are always bullying him. And they force him to do ridiculous stuff, like cleaning up the poo from a toilet. They will not let him live. They want him out of their school. And they will do anything in order to get what they want. So one day they decide they want to frame him. They want to frame him and make him look like he murdered someone. They want him out of their school. So one day, they do exactly that. They do the unthinkable. Something that their parents would think, oh, my little angels wouldn't do anything like that. It was that devil that has been corrupting them. And the peasant boy would be arrested. Because who do you think the police would believe? The rich and powerful? Or the scrawny, weak peasant? So, the boys decide to murder the one closest to the peasant. They decide to go for the peasant's girlfriend. The rich kids think that she's too pretty and rich for her to be with him, so they decide if they can't have her, then he can't either. So one day, while she is in the bathroom, they sneak in and murder her. And they place evidence that he was there. And in order to make it look legit, they ripped a piece of the peasant's clothing off of him and put it in the bathroom. And then gave him a black eye and several cuts. And then placed a knife right next to the girl. Not the knife that was used to kill her, but her own pocket knife, which she used to keep on her to protect her. But unfortunately for her, she left it in the locker. So, when the peasant boy wonders why it took so long for her to get out of the restroom, he goes in. Because, he was afraid that they might have done something to her after they beat him up so badly. So he goes in there, and he sees his girlfriend, the one he loved so much, the girl he hoped to marry one day. Murdered with the same flower that he had given her on the day of their first picnic, still in her hair, but the flower was now dead. Just a couple hours earlier, it was as bright as could be, the most beautiful flower of all, but now in her hair lied a dead flower, along with his dreams and hopes, all dead in a bathroom stall. He ran out screaming and informed the authorities. But when they got in there, you want to know who tipped them off to him, to the peasant being the one who killed her? The bullies did. As soon as the police got there, the evidence stacked up against him. They got out unharmed. The police arrested the wrong man. But this wouldn't be a hero story if the victor wasn't the hero. So, when the peasant was put on trial, the hero escaped, and he found all the evidence he needed in order to put them back on the shelf. And then he gave the evidence to the authorities, and the bullies were locked up forever. The end. As the young little boy starts laughing. Somehow, without a full consciousness, he was happy that the villains were defeated. So, this would be an occurring thing. Every night, Inko would tell him a story of a brave hero who fought against those who did harm to others, against those who did them harm. So, Deku, by the time he is 4, he is way more fond of heroes. I mean, literally, he has hero posters. Like, he has at least 20 more All Might and just hero posters in general in his bedroom. And he has at least 50 more All Might action figures. At least 20 of his action figures being rare. And he also has a toy Excalibur. Like, he has so many hero things in his room. And when he turns 4 years old, he woke up at exactly 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., whatever. Late at night, and woke up Inko ready to go. So here's how that went. Bam, 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 bam. Yes, it's finally time! He rushes out of his room and heads straight into Inko's room. He slams open he throws open the door, turns on all the lights in the house, and starts jumping on Inko's bed. Mom, it's time, it's the next day, can we go, can we go, I'm ready to find out what my quirk is. Inko, so tired, because she had just went to bed not even 10 minutes ago, is asking, Deku, it's too young, it's too, it's too late, what time is it? I've only gotten 20 minutes of sleep! Deku-kun, I know you're excited. Okay, when I say, when Inko says Deku, imagine she's saying Izuku. Here, I'll just say Izuku. Crap. It's that easy. Izuku-kun, it's too late. You have to get some sleep or your quirk won't pop up. But Mom, I'm really excited. I can't wait any longer. Please, can we go now? As Inko checks her phone. Sorry, Izuku, but they're all closed. Get some sleep in the morning. We'll get some donuts on the way there. Then Deku, very, very saddened, says, all right, but can you tell me a story beforehand? Then Inko says, I just told you a story not even 20 minutes ago. Then Deku says, fine, I'll go to bed. Then 1 hour later, he wakes up and does the same thing. Then Inko makes sure to lock his bedroom doors to make sure that he didn't wake her up. So, in the morning, they head to the doctor's office, but make sure to get donuts on the way there. So, they get there, and not even 5 minutes into the trip, Deku is heartbroken. Every bone in his body might as well have been shattered. Because he is in a pain that no human being should be exposed to. This level of pain, fear, and just overall sadness is just, it might as well just kill him then and there. Because it sure as heck feels like he's dying. Doctor says, I'm sorry, but your son does not have a quirk. Everything seems to be there for there to be a quirk, but unfortunately, this is like the 1% chance that, everything's ready and ripe for there to be a quirk, but there just is not a quirk. I'm sorry, ma'am, but there is not a quirk. Not a single shred of quirk anywhere in his body. I'm sorry. Inko says, if there's stuff there for him to have a quirk, then how do you know that he doesn't have a quirk, but it's just somewhere hiding in there? And then the doctor says, we've already scanned for that, and there's nothing. There is no quirk, ma'am. I really am sorry. And our technology is top of the line, so if we missed it, everyone else would miss it. I'm sorry, ma'am. Then Deku yells out, how will I be a hero? How? How will I be a hero like Robin Hood or All Might? No. Is it possible to be a quirkless hero? What will everybody think of me? I mean, is it possible to be a hero without a quirk? As he's just sitting there in pain, as tears just roll down his face. Nothing he can do. we'll give him a quirk. Inko says, there. I'm sure you could become a great hero without a quirk. I mean, Robin Hood, all he had was a bow and an arrow. And he still made it an excellent hero. Even though others didn't think of him as that way. 'Cause he stole. Stealing isn't good, but he stole for the right reason. He did what he thought was right, and I'm sure you can be that same way. Not that I want you stealing, but I'm sure you could become a hero, but you just don't have a quirk. Sorry, honey. Deku is just mumbling and crying, and Inko says, thank you, doctor, but I think we should be leaving. As she picks up Deku and his toy, she walks out. So that, from the moment he got home, he watched the video, the All Might video. He watched it. He just sat in his room, not eating, not sleeping. He just watched the All Might video and read hero stories all week. Without food, without water, without social interaction. He just sat in his room in the dark, doing absolutely nothing but watching the video and reading hero stories. Till Inko had enough. She turned off the video and sat down in front of Deku and said, I'm sorry, Izuku-chan. I wish I could have done something better. I wish I was better. Maybe if I was stronger, you could have had a mother who could deal with this situation, who could have given you a quirk, but no, my feeble body couldn't give you what you needed. I'm sorry that I crushed your dreams. I'm weak, Izuku. Seeing you like this has made me... Why, Izuku? Why do you have to do this to me? I love you, but seeing you like this, honestly, it makes me sad. Seeing my son, my baby boy, like this. It's not healthy, Izuku. It's not. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a quirk. But don't do this to me. Don't make me have to pay for it. I can't stand seeing you like this, Izuku. As they both just start crying and crying. Both of them would cry all night, but in the morning, Deku would sort of turn back to normal. He would start eating and crying, or not crying. Eating and sleeping and playing with friends. But while doing all of it, he would always have a depressed look on his face. But at the same time, he was always smiling. Even when Bakugo started bullying him. His best friends started bullying him. Just like in the stories, once he lost what supposedly made people special, he lost everything. No one would want to talk to him because he didn't have a quirk. He would always follow Bakugo around because he wanted to know what it was like having a quirk. He wanted to know what it was like to be able to be something people needed to be useful. But he would always get bullied, but throughout all of it, he would always have a smile on his face. He would always have a wall in front of him at all costs. But behind that wall, he was a mess. He had nothing but his mom. But his mom wasn't helping enough. At a young age, he was thinking about committing suicide. One day, when Deku was about 5 years old, he would attempt to commit it. But he would fail because he couldn't throw the rope over the thing. So he just gave up on that completely, realizing that he can't even do that because he's so useless. So one day, Inko takes Deku to the bank because they have to make a withdrawal. So while they're at the bank, they're just, sitting in line waiting for their turn, when 3 robbers break down, or not exactly break down the door, but they throw open the door. Everyone, put your hands in the air and get on the ground. We have guns. We're robbing this place. Inko would immediately grab Deku and get him on the ground, telling him to cover his head, as Deku would do so. He wasn't even crying, he was just so calm, as Inko was panicking. As someone tries to run out, the guard with a light machine gun would mow the person down, killing them. One of the clerks would hit the emergency, or the distress button, and the alarms would start going off. The robber would be, "Why the crap would you do that? Ugh, gosh, you're just making it difficult," as he puts a bullet in the clerk's head, killing him. As he grabs Inko and lifts her up and puts a gun to her head and says, "If you don't turn off that alarm, and if you don't get the money from the bank right now, and if everyone doesn't shut up and stop crying and screaming and all that stupid crap, I will put a bullet in her head and put 3 bodies on the ground. And then you want to know who's next? You want to know who's the 4th dead body? That kid. So get the money, get that stupid alarm off, so we can get out of here." As another woman tries to run off as he shoots her in the kneecap, and then starts pushing the gun into her head and says, "See? Do you want me to make an example out of her and her child?" As another robber grabs Deku. And then the robber, as another person tries to run, he throws Inko to the ground and shoots her in the leg. A tear starts to roll down Deku's face as he says, "Stop it," as he shoots her in the other leg. And then Deku says, "Stop it," as his hand starts to glow with red, blue, and white dots. Deku keeps on repeating, "Stop it, stop it," as he's just beating Inko, Inko mercilessly, just beating her and beating her. Because no one will do it. They won't turn off the alarm. None of the clerks will go get the money. So he's just beating her. Then, at the end of all of it, right as the clerk is about to put a bullet in Inko's head, Deku says, "Stop it one last time. Stop it!" As Deku gets the other robber's hands off of it and starts rushing towards the other robber, as the robber says, "Stupid," as Deku clenches his hands and says, "Detroit Smash!" As he would jump up and punch the robber in the face, launching him through the wall. As another robber attempts to shoot Deku, Deku would dodge and then focus the power and blast the villain, launching him through the doors as the police are sitting there waiting for him. As the SWAT team rolls in, as the last robber is about to shoot Deku, the police get in there and prevent it from happening, as ambulances escort Inko out of there. So, at the hospital, Inko survives. And Deku is awarded a medal. Or not a actual medal, it's like a fake medal, but just to cheer him up after what happened. Because any kid like that would be scarred. Like, he'd be mentally scarred. I mean, he already is, but he'd be scarred twice. So, I feel like that's where I'm going to leave this episode off here. I'm sorry I didn't quite get to the end, but it's been a long enough episode, and my voice is starting to get tired. Take baby steps till, I get back on schedule. Next video will be what if I was in My Hero Academia. I have some high hopes for it. Probably just jinxed it, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.